Hey, this is Mike Garrett, Garrett Land Company. We're back live in Bartow County, Georgia. And I happened to come by this new listing we've got, and they're baling the hay, and it looks great out here. I'm not sure if they maybe fixing to knock off for the day, but equipment's back there behind me. They've got all these round bales, and they've got windrows. They just raked it all in rows, and so now they're just going to come through and bale those rows right there. This is actually planted in brown top millet. That's one of the few things that'll grow in the heat of the summer. And so they came this piece. Another piece has been farmed, I guess, for 3 or 4 generations till this year. When I say farmed in row crop, corn, soybean, cotton, what's mostly in this area. But so what they're going to do is they're going to come in and drill in fescue. The seller's he's already bought the fescue. Now that they've cut the hay, they're going to come in probably in the next couple of weeks with a no-till drill and drill in the fescue seeds. And next spring, this place will be awesome. So we're actually on the corner of Taylorsville-Macedonia Road and Miller Farm Road. We have double road frontage on this piece. And if you know the area, we're kind of between Old Alabama Road and Five Forks Grocery. Five Forks Grocery in Old Alabama. The seller was telling me some history. I'm all about history and anything, especially in the 1800s. So we actually sold a piece across the street last year for the seller. And there's an old bridge down there. And what we understand, that would have been the road in the 1800s. And he said that from what he understands is the federal troops during the Civil War marched to come across that bridge and come right down this road, made their way into, I guess what is now Aragon, Georgia. And they camped right there at a large spring. I think it's around what they call a mill pond right there. Made their way to Van Wert, and then I guess did New Hope and Pickett's Mill where the battles went on down there. But I really enjoy all that kind of history. But this piece, 35.2 acres, and they actually the home right there, the home place, they've cut out 2 acres for that home. That's not included. But we have frontage, Taylorsville-Macedonia, and then Miller Farm Road behind me. This piece, 100% of it's buildable acreage. There's no soil test. There's no sewer in the area, so it would be a septic system that would be needed here for a home. There's no soil test. I'd be really surprised if the soil tests don't come in favorable right here. But there they are. They got the round bell going back behind me. Looks like they're gonna keep working. There's some hard-working guys that they're in the hay business. And so, hey, I'm gonna show you the plat. So this is a survey that was actually just, I guess, earlier this year was completed, signed off by Bartow County. That right there is to cut out 2 acres. So we have all this frontage and all that frontage. So this is Taylorsville-Macedonia and Miller Farm. Here's an aerial. That's the old home place. It's not included right there. That's Miller Farm Road. And this is Taylorsville-Macedonia. Across the street, you can barely see the little creek right there on this Google Earth shot. My mother grew up on Taylorsville-Macedonia Road. and she had an uncle that lived across the street. And she was telling me she remembers as a kid when they would go visit her uncle that her cousins, they would all go down on that little creek and kind of play around on that creek down there. So, everywhere I turn, I've got family history and connections right here in this area. So, I was thinking about who would enjoy having this piece. Of course, anybody would, but with all the growth, all the industry that's coming in on 411 in Bartow and on Bartow and 411 in Bartow County, somebody that's going to start a new position in one of those plants, they could. This would be an awesome place to build a large estate home. I can just see a woodboard fence, any type of fence going along the road frontage, and a home sitting about where I stand now. And when that grass comes up next spring and it's all solid and green, this is going to be an awesome place. So there's public water available here. Really, all the utilities that except sewer is the only thing I'm not aware of that's not available. But this is a rare find. So I'm pretty sure it's been in the family 3 or 4 generations. And these don't come up very often. We're not that far from Rome, Georgia. So Taylorsville-Macedonia, you could take it down. You can take it down to 411, and then head to Rome. It'd be a pretty easy drive. If you work in the medical field north of Rome, you can take 411 and take the bypass around if you want to that way. But hey, this is a very special piece, and I'm thankful I get to show it to you. There comes the hay baler right now, and I love to see hay bales in the field. Hey, I thank you all for watching. Thank you for your support. GarrettLandCompany.com, 678-540-4300. Hope you have a great evening. Thank you.